For the last couple of months, I've been driving as a Scamazon Flex driver, and there's some things about it that you may want to or need to know. One, it is the Flex app. You're not technically working for Scamazon, technically. Technically you are, and it depends across the board. Now, there's a couple of different types of Flex. One, there's the I wear the suit, I wear the hat, I work for Scamazon directly, Jeffrey Bezos is my boss, and I have to work in the company of other jackasses that know their shit that's wrong with this company and don't care to do anything about it, or they push the thing up the chain of command, and somebody else ignores it. Whatever the issue is, those are the guys that drive the actual Scamazon logoed truck that drives down the road and delivers packages to the hub. Now there's these things called totes. The totes are what have the packages within them. You unzip the top of them and you have access to the packages that are inside. The oversize is packages that are either too heavy or too large to fit inside the totes, so you scan those in individually. But normally you scan the barcode thing that's on the side of the tote, and then it will automatically populate on your phone in your app to tell you what packages are inside that thing, assuming those assholes actually did their job wherever they fill those things up at the distribution center, and then put it on the truck, and then it comes to you. However the logistics work, I guess whatever algorithm they use or whatever figures out what route you're going to have, whatever person scans these things in, and then you go do that route for the deliveries. That is the rural delivery side, which is what I'm doing, which is 1099. It is subcontractor. I think technically, I don't know if the hub owner, which is, there's multiple hubs in my town. I think there's 3 or 4. There could be more. I don't think there's less. Packages show up on the truck. The actual Scamazon employee stops. He scans the things. You'll hear his app bleeping, his phone bleeping or whatever, because I guess everybody uses their phone for it. And as far as I know, we don't get our money back for doing that. Maybe they do, but we don't. 1099 position doesn't. But you have to use your phone for everything, so if you don't have a phone, you won't be able to do this job on either side of the fence, whether you're contractor, subcontractor, it doesn't matter. Multiple hubs. At my hub, I'm the only one that runs the routes out of my hub, so when the truck shows up, sometimes he'll deliver packages at my hub for another hub, because it's a pain in the ass for him to try to fit his truck down those narrow city streets and try to make those deliveries over there, or there's no parking spaces on that road at the times of day that he delivers, and all that other nonsense. So sometimes he'll deliver the stuff over here, I'll bring them inside, and then everybody else can come by and get their stuff from our hub so that they can run and go do their deliveries. For my hub, usually I get between 2 and 4 totes and a couple of extra oversize, which fills up my SUV that I drive as my daily driver. Fold down the back seats. I usually have enough space for 4 totes in the back, and I can fit, depending on the size, 5 oversize up front in the passenger seat, which means I can't bring my dog along, or a passenger for that matter, sitting up front, because I never know how many packages are going to show up on the Scamazon truck that I'm going to have to scan in and get fed the information. The algorithm churns it up and pukes it out its ass of what route it wants me to take, which it always gets wrong. 99.99999% of the fucking time it gets it wrong. So I am ignoring its route so much percent of the time. Here's the hub from how I look at it. Here's the hub. I usually come down this way to take this road because there's no road going this way. There's a fucking river that follows the town. Or you could come all the way over here and go this way. Either way. I usually drop down right here, make a couple of deliveries on this road, leave this road for last, which is the road that leads to my house. So I leave this road for last. I'll jump over this intersection, splash through the river, over the river and through the woods bullshit, but it's literally through the river, as you will see here in a little bit. So I make that low water crossing, and I go over the rolling hills and everything. I make some deliveries over here. There's a lot of doubling back. I come down this road, I come back over here to go to this road, or come back over here to go over here to do this kind of... There's no roads that go across. If you live in a higher populated town, again, I live in the Midwest, so there's farmland, there's Amish, there's... I think our tallest building here is 3 stories tall. You know, there's not a high density of population. In the middle of town, there's city blocks and like normal and paved city streets and sidewalks and all that kind of shit. But just a mere 1 mile later, because it's not a big town, 1 mile later, now you're in the countryside and the city blocks are 1.5 miles long before you get to the next intersection and can make a left or a right. So, where I'm at with it being rural, it's probably the best terminology to use. Being so rural, there are so many roads that are just dead end for no reason. No legitimate, logical, tax-paying fucking reason. These roads just come to a dead end out of nowhere. Why? Because there's a river. Oh, we're going to get to this one later. There is a singular river that does this kind of bullshit up over here. And there's a road. There's a U.S. highway with the white badge and everything and the number on it. 55-mile-an-hour highway. It's 8 feet wide lanes if you're lucky. So usually when there's a semi-truck coming the other way, you got to drive in the ditch to avoid being killed. Because he's in your fucking lane too. So, that narrow of a highway has one bridge. One bridge in and out of this whole populated area or this whole populated area where I start. So, when that bridge goes out, and it does, I can't get over here to feed these houses. So, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But the algorithm that Scamazon chooses has me doubling back and drive past. I got 5 deliveries on this road. They're zigzagged on this side of the street, this side of the street. It wants me to hit a couple of them on both sides of the street, go to the end, turn around, come back and hit those houses I didn't hit, sometimes leaving a couple of houses undelivered to, so I gotta go do the rest of my routes. 25 miles later, it wants me to come back to this goddamn house out in the middle of nowhere, and then drive back over here, 25 miles out of the way to go do all these other houses that it fucked in the headingly. Who the hell is responsible for this app? I have no idea, but they need to be slapped to death. Death. You understand? No. I'm kind of against the death penalty, but in this fucking case, slap to fucking death. You understand? Dead. Dead. Kill this motherfucker. Whoever the hell is responsible for this goddamn thing, it is the worst fucking decision. And that's saying something for Scamazon. The worst decision that Scamazon has ever fucking made. Ever. Besides Jeffrey Bezos, which is a big mistake, this app is a fucking huge one. Nothing about it works. I am constantly fighting battles with it. I have to uninstall it at least once a week. One time I did it 5 times in a day because the app is so fucking broken. I uninstalled and reinstalled however many fucking megabytes this damn thing is. 5 times in one day. The app is insanely fucking broken. You cannot call. Oh my god, this is amazing. I have spoken to more Americans through the driver support of this app than I have in the last 20 years of having a Scamazon account and calling every fucking phone number Scamazon has. I have spoken to less Americans over the last 20 years than I have in the last 2 months using this damn app. I am blown the fuck away when I speak to an American at all. But it's becoming more commonplace with the app. Not always. You're still speaking to some fucking Arabian and God knows fuck where. But it is more common that you speak to an American through this app than ever in decades. I would love just the fucking ability to submit an idea to the assholes that run this app to say, hey, I've got a fucking wing dinger. Why don't we try this and see how that makes it work better? How about we try this? Here's a fucking thought. How about the idea to submit a fucking thought? Nope. Jeffrey says, right there, buddy, don't care. Got my money. Fuck do I care about the rest of you? Exactly. So, Jeffrey says no to the idea of submitting an idea. Here's one. Let's say on average, I have 40 packages. So, my route will go 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 12, 14. It's fucked off, I know. So, the numbers, they don't make any fucking sense. So, on average, it wants you to go like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then like this, and then there's a lot of fucking doubling back. Okay, it's insane. The amount of doubling back and fuel inefficiencies and delivery inefficiencies and time inefficiencies, distance inefficiencies, fucking... The level of doubling back you're doing is fucking ridiculous. So a lot of times I am ignoring where it's telling me to go. So I'll look at the itinerary beforehand and pick the route I'm going to go to. I will examine each one. Nope, not going there, not going there, not going there, not going there first. I'll go there third. Nope, blah, blah, blah. I'm doing that kind of a thing because I have a brain. Now, I will pick a route that is way better than the route that Scamazon is telling me to fucking take. Which means the person that's sitting there on their Scamazon app, not the Flex app, their actual ordering app where they surf Scamazon and pick whatever they want to buy and whatever and have it shipped to them. They're monitoring, hey, when am I going to get this? And it says, your package is 10 stops away. Your package is the next stop. I didn't fucking say that. I'm the one with the package. You think you should be listening to me, maybe, Jeffrey? You think, maybe? Okay. No? Well, I don't choose what Scamazon tells the customer. I don't tell Scamazon where I'm going next. They're not going to listen to me anyway, even if I did. Scamazon decides, pulling this fucking shit out of their ass. They decide where I'm going, when I'm going, how I'm going to get there, blah, blah, blah. It's fucking retarded. But I, subcontractor, my vehicle, and having a brain, I can say no. So I go do my own route. So I pick a route that is correct, that is intelligent, and then ain't going to cost me $5 a fucking gallon from $3 a gallon in 1 week. Thanks, Trump. When I'm paying for my own goddamn fuel, I'm watching those numbers. I'm watching those miles tick by. I'm watching that fucking needle, and I'm filling up every goddamn week when I'm only driving 30 to 40 miles a day. So I've had to implement a whole bunch of fuel saving things into the equation, which now I have cut my fuel costs down about to 65% from 100%. So massive reduction. I'm actually able. I see a big chunk of my fuel gauge is still there. Before the E and the F, I'm still here, man. Instead of so I get to choose my own route. And Scamazon telling these people, and then they're sitting there going, well, where the fuck's my stuff at? I didn't understand that before taking this job. Now I understand it. Now I understand how much Amazon is fucking over the customer and their own employees. So, technically, we 1099ers, whatever the fuck you want to call us, we work for the hub. The hub, maybe they technically work for Scamazon, not sure. The guys that are wearing the blue jackets that are working specifically for Scamazon, they get paid by the hour. We don't. We get paid per package. And depending on what town you're in, what community, rural, this and fucking whatever else, and however many packages you get, which may reduce or increase the amount, all that shit. I live rurally. So it's at least 1 mile to 5 miles between houses. And I'm paying for that out of my own goddamn pocket. I don't get fuel incentives. I don't get tax breaks. I don't get a fuel voucher for the pump. I don't get free Scamazon Prime. I don't get nothing from Amazon at all. Nothing. It's all out of my own fucking pocket. I need new brakes, need new windshield wipers, need new lights so I can see when I'm driving at night to make your deliveries. Paying for the insurance and everything when I'm not using that vehicle in any other fashion, not even to go get fucking groceries. That vehicle is only being used for work, all out of my own pocket. And my experience is I will never get that money back. Even after filing taxes for business expense and everything, I will not get any of that fucking money back. It is all gone. So my expenditures are more than half of my paycheck. And I'll never get that money back. So, when I have to pay a shit ton of money in fuel for stupid bullshit, that's ridiculous. But I get paid about $1 per package. If you live and you're going from house to house, door to door, and they're fucking 20 feet apart, that $1 per package is a lot of money for you. It ain't nothing but a pittance for me. So, while I do love the fact that I get to be home every day, I can make a doctor's appointment in the middle of the day and I can say, okay, I've delivered 4 packages and I've still got 36 to go. They can fucking wait. I'm going to my doctor's appointment, take an hour or two, whatever it takes, and then I can finish those deliveries when I'm done. Assuming, of course, it doesn't show up on the app that any of them are timed. Like some people put on there, oh, we want you to deliver from 6 to 5. Whether they're a business or not. I used to think that because my packages were showing up at random fucking times throughout the day, and I had no idea when they were going to show up, I thought, incorrectly, maybe if I put a time frame thing on there, it'll say, okay, quit fucking around with my package. That's not how it works. With multiple hubs and multiple routes throughout, let's say the county. Let's say it's the county or the area that you're in. Multiple routes. Sometimes those routes overlap one another. Sometimes packages that go to my house on my route. Sometimes packages that go to my neighbors or people that are out here on the route 20 miles outside of fucking town. Sometimes one of the other hubs will get that package. And I think how that works is I had somebody else's route and I had 43 packages for my route. I had 43 packages for his route. His route showed up 3 hours after mine did. So I was able to go do my route in the middle of the day. I did his in the middle of the afternoon. And then I did another one that was later in the evening. So even though it's the same town, all those packages do not show up on the same truck. So whichever hub goes first, which my hub is usually first. So I get my shit, I go out, takes me 2 hours, I get all my 40 packages done, and I'm back home for the rest of the day, which is great. Doctor's appointment, playing with the dog, mowing the lawn, sleeping in my own bed as opposed to in the back of a semi-truck. So money doesn't buy happiness. I get a hell of a lot more money from truck driving, which allows me to do a lot of shit with that money. But I would say that my mental happiness of being able to be home and being able to make doctor's appointments and all that kind of shit, that's worth a lot of fucking money. So, sometimes those routes overlap. I think how they do that, their logistics or whatever, is instead of giving me, say for example, 100 packages to deliver in my corner of the county, and since this guy, he's only got 10 deliveries in his corner of the county, and this guy's got 10, this guy's got 10, they'll divide them up. I'll get 25, 25, 25, 25. I think they do that to keep evenness across the board. But then what that means is, say, instead of me ordering something and then I get a $1 to deliver a package to myself, and I know when my package is going to be here because it's in my truck, it's in my hands already, I've got it. Instead of me wondering where the fuck is that truck at for that other hub, when is that guy going to show up? Yesterday, speaking of yesterday, I was expecting 2 packages. None came on my truck. They both came in 2 other hubs. And they both showed up at my house. And I'm sitting here, and I've still got delivery driver stickers on the side of my vehicle. So they come pulling in, they're like, hey, I recognize, oh, hey, you work for Amazon too? It's like, yeah, I do. You got my stuff or what? So instead of me getting my shit, they divide it up. I guess it's just equal cuts of the pizza, you know, and each person gets an even slice. I think that's how they're doing it, which is nice. But I really don't think there was a lot of forethought. I think it just kind of accidentally happened that way. It's a happy accident. Or maybe they're going to watch this video, realize that that happened, and then they're going to do something to fuck it up. Which wouldn't surprise me with the way that they do everything else. So again, there's no way to submit an idea to them on how to fix a route. There's no way to submit to them, hey, why isn't this package going on this truck to get delivered at this thing? Whatever it is that they're doing is however they're doing it, however they've chosen to do it. But anyway, we'll go through the list here of everything that I've come up with within the last 2 months of working here. Scamazon drivers, the ones that wear the blue jacket, driving the actual Scamazon branded vehicle, not my personal vehicle, doing rural deliveries, which again I think is called 1099er, something like that. They get paid per hour. So they can fuck off. They can sit outside a hub, which is, I think it's just a regular person's business, and then they've contracted through Amazon and said, hey, you pay me for this many packages to be delivered. I disperse that. I'll find people to make those deliveries if I don't have time or whatever. I could run, a Goodwill store, and you could bring those totes and oversized packages and whatever here, and then I will find drivers or I'll deliver them myself or whatever, right? And so if that person that's running the Goodwill doesn't want to be responsible for delivering the packages, or if they're making more money doing that they clearly are, then driving and delivering these packages, then they can, choose to outsource it to me, a subcontractor. So I drive my own personal vehicle, blah, blah, blah. I'm responsible for everything about the vehicle, car insurance and damages and whatever. So Amazon gets paid whatever the fuck they get paid per hour. I don't know how much that is. I get paid about $1 per fucking package. It's nothing. So I get paid $40 per day on average. I work 7 days a week, but I only work 2 hours a day. So at the end of the week, I get paid on average $300, which is nothing compared to trucking. When I was in trucking, $300 is a slow day in trucking. I was making more than $300 in trucking. A lot more fucking money in trucking to be had. But there's a lot more mental health and happiness that comes with it. So right now I'm really happy doing this job. I keep looking at how much money I could make, but I also keep looking about how happy I am right now. So it's pretty fucking even right now. May not be the case a week from now, a month from now, whatever. We'll examine that at that juncture. But right now, this is where we are. So I get about $1 a package. They get whatever they make per hour. If Goodwill, their hub, wherever that they show up to, is closed at that time, if the dude's on lunch break or whatever, and they don't have any way to get in, they can sit out front, and they're still being paid to sit there and wait until the fucker comes back to unlock the place. They still get paid. I don't. If that package is not being delivered, I am not getting my money. So that's a downside to this particular job. Let's see. How to do it. If you wanted to get into doing this job. How I did it was, I was sitting around doing nothing. I was living off of money that I had made from truck driving. And I'm like, okay, well, since I'm home now and I've been here for a few months, why don't I find something that I can do here local? And I'm looking around for local truck driving jobs, blah, blah, blah. Eventually I start noticing that people are showing up in their personal vehicles delivering my Amazon packages. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So eventually I start talking to them, and then I start asking questions, and then I get the phone number and contact information of the person of the local hub where I now technically work. However that works, I don't know if I really signed contracts or not, or if it was through Amazon. I don't know. However it worked. Again, it was months ago. Who gives a fuck? So I contact whoever runs the local hub, or there's multiple hubs. Even if that person doesn't have any openings, one of the other hubs might. But you may have to drive further away from your house to get to that hub to pick up packages that may or may not get delivered over here. Or you may end up driving over here a whole bunch, doing all this shit on this side of the county, and then when you're done, you got to drive all the fucking way back over here to your house. So if you live way outside of town, it may not be ideal. If you live inside of town, it may be ideal. So depending on where you live, depending on what hub you get, what route you get, all that shit is going to play a factor. So I got that person's information, and then for a couple of months we kind of went back and forth waiting for an opportunity to open up, and it just so happened to have fallen right now in a time when I wasn't doing truck driving, and the opening happened that week when I decided to quit working for a place. So I took this job. It is super fucking easy to do. There's very little to it. I would say this: if you are not a dog person, don't do it. So many people have dogs. So many people, I don't understand this. So many people are afraid of dogs, and I don't understand that logic. I, even as a baby, have been attacked by big ass motherfucking dogs. Almost killed my ass, but I still love dogs. I still have a dog, and he's laying right there sleeping. Or at least he was, till he heard me coming. So if you're somebody that's afraid of dogs, this may not be the best thing for you. Or if you're thinking it's one of those forced rehabilitation kind of a things where you think by throwing yourself out of the frying pan and into the fire, you might suddenly get cured of it. I recommend watching a lot of Dog Whisperer Cesar Millan shit first so that you understand dogs before you try to jump straight into this kind of a thing. There are these guys that have dogs that stand this fucking tall to me. They're big. There are several of them. I've only come across a couple of dogs. One is super fucking quiet. Sits in a kennel most of the time. The dog doesn't do anything, doesn't make a sound, doesn't wag its tail or nothing. You can approach it, you can try to feed it treats, all this kind of shit. Nothing happens. You walk past the cage, doesn't do anything as you're coming, and nothing, doesn't do shit. Set down the package, bleep, bleep, bleep. Your app's making a bunch of fucking noises while you're taking the picture of the package that you've delivered, and you're off to the next one. The dog doesn't wig out until those tires start moving and you are leaving. Then it starts freaking the fuck out of nowhere. I have no idea what causes that, why he's doing that, no clue. There's another dog that I've been attacked by. I had no idea there was a dog. Now, on your Amazon app, when you're ordering shit, there's an option when you put your address in. It asks you, is there a dog at this address? I think that's more so for people that are afraid of dogs, so that they know that there's a dog. So that they're, whatever their fucking fear thing is of dogs, it's like, you might as well fly. Are there clowns at this residence? Are there little people at this residence? You know, are there spiders at this residence? Why don't you put every are there tall ladders and heights? Why don't you put every fucking fear in there instead of just dogs? Anyway, I fucking love dogs. So I understand, and I know the insight and the mindset of a dog. I understand how to deal with them. So it asks you in there, do you have a dog? And I think that's specifically for that, so you can select that. I've tried to deselect it because my dog, he's either usually not outside when somebody's coming by, and or I'm around, and or my dog is so fucking docile and calm and sweet and nice and loves being petted and loves playing fetch. He is not fucking aggressive in the least. So my dog is the last fucking dog that anybody should be afraid of. Which, saying something for that last trucking company I was working for when I had to take a damn Uber. The Uber shows up and they were informed that I had a dog, but they were losing their shit when they realized I had a dog and I'm standing there. It's like, I can help you get over that. I legit wanted to help that person get over that fear of dogs. But they just kind of, kept in themselves, and I just talked to them about dogs and shit the whole time, Just, you can get over that. You can beat that fear. It's an irrational fear. You can beat it easily. Anyway, even if you think it's a rational fear, it's not. Dogs are domesticated animals. If you're afraid of wolves, if you're afraid of rattlesnakes, if you're afraid of fucking alligators, that shit makes sense. They're wild animals, and they eat people like us. So, that makes sense. What doesn't make sense is being afraid of fucking dogs. Especially, oh god, there's this one cute little fucking puppy. Oh, fuck. Anyway, for somebody like me, I love dogs, especially that puppy. When I think about somewhere I like going to, hell, I was driving past that house today on my deliveries, and I just wanted to pull in there just to go pet the puppy. Anyway, And if they were like, what the fuck are you doing here on a Sunday? You don't have any packages for us? No, I just wanted to pet the dog. Is that cool? You know, may seem a little weird, but I love dogs. So, anyway, cute, lovable little fucker. Anyway, if you're afraid of dogs, dude, this person's house that I went to, they did not select that we have a dog. And she's standing outside as I pull up, there's nobody outside. I open up the lift gate on the back of my SUV. I'm rummaging around trying to find this fucking package for this person. I eventually find it, scan it. I close the lid, look over. They're standing there now. You know, surprised me. And so I walk over and I hand them the package. And they go, thank you. And I always say thank you back. You know, because one, without them I wouldn't be getting paid. I wouldn't have a job, blah, blah, blah. You know, so my response is always thank you, no matter what they say. I don't say you're welcome or whatever. I say thank you. So, I hand the package, and I turn. Next thing I fucking know, it all happened that fast. She says, no! And I instantly feel the teeth. I feel it nip the back of my Achilles tendon. And I'm like, what the fuck? This little bastard shot out. It's one of those small, I want to say Shih Tzu. It's a small little yapping fucker that never shuts up. Like a Chihuahua, but with really curly hair. So, one of these little bastards, and he bolted out. I didn't even know there was a dog. You know, that's the least you could have done, was warn me ahead of time with the app saying there was a dog, because every time you show up in one of these places, you have to push the button that says, I confirm and acknowledge that you have warned me there is a dog. If that warning isn't there, there may be some liabilities and shit on these people. But that's another deal. But this little fucker came out of nowhere. It's the only time I've been attacked doing this job in 2 months. Was the time I wasn't informed there was a dog. So, anyway. So, if it ever happens again, I'm going to be leaving their packages at the end of the road, and they will have to walk their happy ass from their double wide trailer all the way out to the fucking road to pick up their packages, because I'm not fucking doing that anymore. The last time I was there, I didn't get attacked by the dog. Same situation happened, but she either had control of the dog or the dog was elsewhere or whatever. But for whatever reason, the dog didn't attack me that time. Again, it's fully on the responsibility of the dog owner to make sure that shit's not happening. Just like there's another place that I go to where these dogs are not fucking controlled at all. These are relatively big dogs. One of them is at least 3 foot tall, so stands up to my belt line of my pants. The other one is a little lower than that, maybe 6 inches shorter. But they're big dogs. And they are fucking wild. They jump on you and get paws on you and all kinds of shit. They have no problem pushing on you and everything. One of the dogs, the first issue, was in my black paint job on my SUV, got up and clawed my fucking paint. My insurance ain't gonna pay for that. They're not gonna fucking pay for that. I can't talk to them because when I'm delivering the packages, usually nobody's around. I'm delivering my packages, you know, noonish, 1 o'clock. You know, nobody's around. Even on the fucking weekends, usually nobody's around. So, who the hell am I going to talk to? And what's the legality? What's the liability and all that shit with that? You know, because I'm not working for Amazon. Amazon's not going to use their insurance to protect my shit. Technically, I'm on their property because they wanted me there, even though they technically didn't give me permission. There's a whole fucking slew of questions that have to be gone through. There has to be a precedent set in Supreme Court so you know how to handle this fucking situation. But their dogs now, 10 deliveries later, now the other dog has done it to the other side of my fucking vehicle and put claw marks in. So now they have about a 250 foot long driveway. From now on, I'm leaving their fucking packages on the other side of the road where the mailbox is. So if I'm responsible for fixing the damages from your fucking animal, that's the only time that I'm getting mad. If you're not controlling your fucking dog. So I don't care if the dog, only one dog has been aggressive apart from the one that bit my fucking tendon. I had no idea it was even there. All that shit. So, only one dog. One. And it was a German Shepherd, which is the weirdest part because that is a very well-mannered breed of dog. It's not supposed to act like this. So I don't know what this bitch is doing to that fucking dog. But that dog is borderline aggressive. And that's coming from me, somebody who knows a lot about dogs, the internal psyche. And I've trained this one, a rescue. At 5 years old, I've trained his ass to do a lot of shit when he didn't know any tricks at all. So, I understand how a dog's mind works and how to get them to do things. I know what works, what doesn't, all that shit. And this dog, this German Shepherd that should be well-mannered from the fucking get-go, isn't. There's a lot of fucking issues there with that. But he's the only one. He has this not sure about you. I don't know if I should attack or what's going on. But there's a fence in the way. So as long as he doesn't realize he can clear that fucker with ease, like I know he can. As long as he doesn't realize he can do that, then we're golden. But I should be able to handle myself if he does get over and all that stuff. The only time he's shown aggression, he's been like this. And as long as I've been facing him, everything's been fine. The second I turn is when he tries to come. So he'll lunge at you, and then you got to turn back to let him know, hey, motherfucker, that ain't cool. You know, I'm prepared to fight if you're ready to fight. But he's just doing this testing the waters kind of a thing if you turn away from him. That's the most aggression that I've seen. I wouldn't, again, call that aggression. It's borderline. I've had aggressive dogs, and then I've had this, which I understand what he's doing, why he's doing it, and you know, I know how to stand up to him to make him stop. So, again, if you're afraid of dogs, this isn't the best fucking job for you. I know that's a 10-minute rant about dogs, but some cases there is a lot of backing involved. Just like in truck driving, you're going to have to do a lot of looking behind you, backing up. So if you have a backup camera, I have additional blind spots, little adjustable curved blind spot convex mirrors that I have put on my door mirrors so that I got them turned and I can see even more of what's behind me. I also have a wide angle clip-on mirror that goes onto my windshield mirror, so again I can see all the pillars inside the vehicle from the driver's seat. I can see everything that is happening around me, no blind spots, there's no reason to hit anything. Plus, I'm also a damn good reverse driver. I just put my arm over the seat, just looking behind me and take off. You know, I can do 40 mile an hour in reverse without hitting anything. Or crashing from going side by side from, you know, weaving in and out of potholes that are in driveways. So, again, if you have a backup camera, that'd be great. So that puppy, that cute little fucking puppy. When you show up at some of these places, sometimes they got a little... It almost looks like a notebook kind of a thing, but it's digitally drawn. And if you click on that little button that's on your screen, it'll pull up notes, delivery notes that say, use the east gate over here. Here's the PIN code for the gate, which never fucking works. I've been given so many fucking PIN codes for motherfuckers that didn't even have a gate. I've been given PIN codes, multiple PIN codes, at this one fucking address. Every time I show up there and I punch that fucking PIN code in, that fucking gate never opens. What the fuck? What are you thinking? What the fuck are you thinking? Somebody was ordering dildos and I know where he's shoving them. Gaping his fucking sinus cavity. So anyway, the puppy, I was warned beforehand in the notes that the puppy chews up packages. So they've got a box sitting there that they want you to put the shit inside of. Some places have boxes that are similar to other people's boxes. It's pretty much the same kind of box, different size, different shape, maybe even different color. But ultimately, it's got the same design to it. You can tell it's the same thing. They just, you know, moved a couple of clicks over to get the larger package, the larger box itself. But for whatever fucking reason, they didn't put a sign anywhere that says, we want you to put our shit in the box. It doesn't say it in the app as a special delivery instruction, and it doesn't have a sign anywhere when you get up to the house. So I put the fucking packages in one place, usually always, I try to put it where the door handle is in front of the house. Not the hinge side, the side where the handle is that opens the door. I try to put the package over here somewhere. That way they can open the screen door or whatever it is a little bit, grab their package and pull it inside. Not have to step out, close the door, go around the fucking thing, pick this up, step all the way over here, reopen the door, and it's a massive inconvenience. I should be getting fucking tips for how good a deliveries I fucking do. But this isn't my first delivery driver job, so again, it's a very simple job to do. Just show some fucking common sense, put a little bit of effort into it. It's not gonna pay you dividends, but it's an easy job. So supposedly that puppy likes to chew up packages, the cute little fucker. But yeah, supposedly he'll chew shit up, so they've got a box for you to put it in. Not everybody puts a sign that says they want their shit to go there, so in that case, I don't put it there. There's an elderly couple, which I just got to speak to today. For the past month, they've decided to change the delivery instructions. They've got a little tote that they've got sitting out front that they put a piece of paper on the inside of that they've handwritten a note that they want their shit to go in this box. Well, apparently there's a loose dog next door that sometimes comes over and steals their packages and then fucks off. Which I don't know if they understand that they're not on the hook for that if that happens. It's really more of a his fucking problem, and Scamazon will usually refund you if that kind of a thing happens, and then you can get a replacement for it or whatever. Until you have pulled that fucking package inside, it's not technically your responsibility. Depending on how things go. So if it's a package delivery thing, I don't know if technically when we're delivering packages, if it's the same thing as USPS, if it's a federally protected thing, when the shit that I delivered as opposed to them, I have no idea. But anyway, their tote, they've been telling me as of late, there's a dog loose in the neighborhood. We want you to not put the packages in the box where they're safe. We want you to take the packages and put them in the rocking chair next to the front door, which is across from the box that has been there this whole time that I've been putting the packages in to keep them safe. They want me to leave the packages in a chair where the dog can more easily get to them. What fucking universe does that make any sense? Again, it's been about a month. I have finally been able to speak to them today to get clarification on it, instead of them just simply putting that clarification in the fucking delivery instructions. It's so fucking simple. If you want the package here, if you want me to do it this way, blah, blah, you have to fucking tell me. Plus, this is not going to get destroyed by a ravenous dog. This is not going to get destroyed by the weather, the rain, the snow, the UV rays fading the ink in the paper. Whatever. Tornado blows through and takes your fucking house away. I've still got your package. I still got the instructions. Well, where the fuck's that box at now? So, fire happens. This happened. There's a fucking house over here. They want you to deliver the packages to the front door, but their fucking front porch has burned. The front half of their house was burned to ash. There was no front porch anymore. And there was nobody to talk to and say, okay, well, put the instruction. Where the fuck do you want me to leave it? Update the instructions, for the love of Christ. Change it. Give me the instructions. But then again, I'm not everybody else. Everybody else is not me. Not everybody is going to look and read and use common fucking sense about where they're supposed to put it. There's another issue. When you make a delivery to a place, sometimes places you deliver to for the first time have never received a package or whatever, you get to say, I have made this delivery to the side garage. I have spoken to the owner. Just so happens the first time they've ever received a package, they said deliver it in this box at the front door and blah blah blah. You can select front door, side door, another safe place, and all this other shit that's on here of where you're leaving this package. Now, when it does that, its normal routing itinerary thing that's all fucked off will tell you how to get to the general area where the house is. Then, when you get there, it gives you a specific pin drop of where the package is supposed to be delivered at the house. Sometimes this package, this pin drop that is on here, it's like 20 to 50 feet. It's a very narrow little fucking window. You have to be in the right fucking spot. So if the customer riding their lawnmower out there mowing the lawn intercepts you at the end of their 3/4 mile long fucking driveway, you either have to get on driver support, call those motherfuckers, hope like hell you don't get an Arabian, and tell them to mark it as delivered because they intercepted you at the end of the driveway because it's not a fucking option in the list. And there's no way to tell them, hey, give me that fucking option. The person intercepted the package at the end of the driveway. I gave it to Billy Smith. He got the package. Don't make me drive all the way up to the fucking front door in order to be inside that fucking pin drop to mark it as delivered. That's bullshit. But I get it. There's a lot of stupid motherfuckers that are doing this job. Not reading the delivery instructions, not putting the packages in the fucking boxes where they're safe, putting them in the fucking ditch or doing God knows what and all other kind of stupid shit. I get that. But at the same time, give me, the smart person, the option to say, the fucking dude has the package. Don't make me drive to the other end of the fucking driveway. It's fucking ridiculous. Before I started driving, every now and then, the guy delivering my packages have to do that, and it's like, that's fucking dumb. I was saying it then. I'm saying it now more than ever. It's fucking stupid. Give us the option to say, I'm here, I've delivered, it's done. But you can move that pin drop if, this has happened to me, a gate has been closed that was normally open at the house with the burned down front porch. They decided, for whatever fucking reason during this week, they decided to close the gate. They put the delivery instructions in the app that said, leave them at the gate. The fucking pin drop is 3/4 miles past the gate. I can't get to the fucking house. I have to move the pin drop. Sometimes it takes, and sometimes it doesn't. What does that mean? Sometimes you move that fucking thing one time, and then it says, are you confirming this is actually where the deliveries are supposed to go? Yes, I confirm this is where they're supposed to go. Sometimes you show up next time, and it's out here at the gate. But if you've done 20 fucking deliveries at that house, you're probably going to have 20 fucking times in a row where it's going to make you try to go back to the fucking house or keep moving the fucking pin drop. Sometimes those overlapping routes, sometimes you're going to deliver at the actual house. There's a business over here. They got the business out front, and they got two houses behind their gate. Their gate's always fucking open. But they got two houses back here. That's where they live, and then they do their business outside of the business up here. Well, when they're delivering shit to the business, that's its own address. These other two houses back here have their own addresses. So if it specifically says 1065 Johnson Boulevard, that's not 1067, which is the business. 1065 is the house. So the lazy fuckers will deliver to the business, and they'll show a picture of the big red door that's on the front of that fucking business with the brick overlay on the front of it. Johnny's Body Repair. It'll show that fucking house, because you can pull it up and it'll show you photos of past deliveries where they've left the deliveries. And it'll conflict. It'll say, do you really want to move the pin drop, blah, blah, blah. And it'll show a picture of that brick wall with that red door. And it's like, no, that's not 106 fucking whatever I said. It's over here. So you drive past that gate, you pull up to their front door, and you deliver it like a responsible fucking professional, goddammit, to the actual door, like you're supposed to. That's the fucking address. It even says it in Scamazon's fucking app. It says right there, it's got the numbers over the top of it. That's the fucking address. But when you take a picture of this completely different house with this completely different door, this completely different porch and spot and everything, Says, do you want to move the pin drop? Yes! Do you confirm this is correct? Yes! Does it listen? No! Fuck no! Because the next fucking moron that's delivering packages, they're gonna put them at the front goddamn door of the business, not the house where it's supposed to go. So they'll move the pin drop again! Their bullshit, their laziness will interfere in your professionalism, your correct delivery. So again, people are stupid and fucking lazy, but that's still no excuse for Scamazon to be it. Give me the option to fucking select that I have delivered this correctly and make it more so. Give them a double. Are you absolutely sure? Because another driver said you're wrong. Put that on there. Is this actually, do you confirm, costing your job if you are found to be lying? Put fucking that ultimatum in there. Do you confirm on your job that this is the correct address? I have spoken to the fucking homeowner of that house. They said, yeah, sometimes they just leave them over there. I guess that's okay. That's not fucking okay. As a professional, I deliver it to where it's supposed to fucking go. 15-year truck driver veteran right here. I take it where it's supposed to fucking go because I'm a professional, goddammit. I still have my CDL and that shit still means something to me. I don't speak for the rest of the fucking world. I speak for me. So, goddamn, we're only done with 3 of these. Not even done. I have corralled other people's dogs. Yeah, we're back to the dogs. That have taken off after Amish buggies that have gone by. And I saw this happening because I delivered at this house and I had to deliver it to the house next door, but there's a big old fucking fence and 3/4 mile long fucking driveways. I had to drive back out to the road. This is back before Trump decided to be a fucking terrorist against America and raise our fucking fuel prices $2 in 1 fucking week. And I've driven out on the road, pulled into the next guy's driveway, saw the situation unfold where their dog took off after the Amish horse and chasing off after their fucking buggy and whatever, and I ran over, I intercepted the dog, being the professional, the good person, and the dog lover that I am. I intercepted the dog and corralled it and got it back to where it was supposed to fucking be. So, you may be called upon to do the same thing. Whether or not you do the same thing is another matter. I guess that's on you. Finally. Long and short driveways. There's this one motherfucker. He's got so many fucking potholes, which makes 0 sense, because he has a skid steer. He has the ability to fix the fucking potholes in his goddamn driveway. It is a dirt gravel driveway. It's not asphalt. He has the ability to fill every one of those motherfuckers in. This driveway is a mile fucking long. And on days that it rains, it is a fucking river. These fucking holes of water. I am swerving from side to side and the wind is always blowing from this direction. When my vehicle hits that shit, it splashes up this way and comes right into my fucking vehicle. And it's hot. It's summertime. It's fucking hot. The only reason I don't drive with my AC on is because, again, I have to shut my engine off. So I'll build up some speed and I'll shut my engine off so that I can coast a ways, which has drastically reduced my fuel consumption. That's how I'm able to not make it week to week. Now I'm able to see that fucking 1/4 tank or more. Right now, I got 3/8 of a tank sitting on that motherfucker. It's in between 1/4 and a half. I've never had that before on a Sunday. Today's Sunday. I should be filling up right now. But I've got this much fucking gas left on a full fucking tank. I've got this much left when I normally have this fucking much. Right? I've had my fucking yellow light come on and I've had low fuel spelled out on the dashboard screaming at me, listen bitch, you're about to be walking. I've had that low of fuel economy. So, by not driving down mile-long fucking driveways and instead walking when they're reasonable, when they're mile-long, I'm gonna fucking drive. But within reason, a couple 100 feet, I'm gonna walk it. And coasting, build up some speed, shut the engine off. Again, I'm doing this in the middle of the day. There ain't nobody behind me. Open fucking road 99% of the time. Fuck, I'd say it's higher than that. Anyway, so wide open roads, I don't have anybody else to worry about. So build up some speed, shut the engine off, put it in neutral, coast. And then when I start slowing down, get down to like 10 mile an hour, refire the engine, build back up some speed, shut the engine off, coast. And I'm doing this for miles and miles and miles. Because my engine's off, my mileometer doesn't tick over. My actual chassis and wheel and tire miles is about 10,000 miles higher than it says on the odometer because I've coasted so fucking much. So that's one way you could kind of scam a tire company if you get like a 50,000 mile warranty. This won't work at Walmart. They'll fuck you over. Anywhere else, 50,000 mile warranty and your odometer is only 5,000 miles up and your tires are completely fucking bald. They're going to be wondering, what the fuck? No, these are showing way more miles than that. Yeah, but the odometer, bro. So it's almost like pulling the fucking fuse out of the thing. Just whatever reason, when that engine's off, it is not counting the miles. My speedometer shuts off, goes to 0. RPM, 0. Everything just stops fucking doing it. So I went from doing 40, 50, 60 miles on the odometer every day, every trip, to now it's 20 to 30. At most 30. So I'm doing a lot of coasting, saving a lot of fuel. But anyway, some of these driveways are super short, 10 feet. Some of these driveways, a couple hundred feet. One fucking driveway is 2 motherfucking miles long. 2 miles to deliver one package. That's after I left the road. It was 4 miles to get to his fucking driveway. Then, however fucking zigzagging and to whoever the fuck else is out here in the bumfucked Egypt to deliver to the next guy. So my route is not very fuel efficient, to say the least. If you're in town, it's fucking great. When I was doing this other guy's delivery, when he called in sick for a few days or whatever the hell it was, his delivery fucking sucked. It was all over the fucking place, and Scamazon was worse than it was with mine. But with mine was more, you kind of do this, kind of do this, kind of do this, and now you get to go home. It was kind of like that, every route. But his, all over the fucking place, the fucking train would sometimes just park there and block the fucking, for miles. Countless fucking crossings down the motherfucker. Just sitting there. It's like, Jesus Christ. I remember how annoying that was when I was working for the railroad. It's more so annoying when you have to deal with the fucking railroad working for somebody else. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Long driveways versus short driveways. Again, my ultimate vehicle recommendation is this. Electric vehicle, 4-wheel drive, and a large cargo capacity. So I wouldn't recommend, like, if you had a roof rack and you had one of those boxes, an aerodynamic fucking thing on top of it. You open that up, you can put a couple packages there. I wouldn't recommend one of those. If it was some other kind of like bigger box or something that you could easily get up into, it's just easier if you got a tailgate that you can fold down, or SUV lift gate that you can lift up, or if it's normal hinge, whatever, that you can just get in and out of the back of really easily. So I put my totes like this. I usually got 3, and I'll put oversize here. So I always know that my oversize is always right here. Oversize is anything that's heavy or too large to fit inside the tote. So oversize is always here, and totes are always here, and I try to separate them by color. Blue, green, yellow, which Scamazon is hooked in the head about this. A yellow tote will 90% of the time be considered by Scamazon as being orange. Or an orange tote will be yellow. You look at the fucking color, because I'm not colorblind in any way. I know what the fucking colors are, god damn it. I remember being 2 years old and playing with that fucking color machine. I remember, motherfucker. Colors are not what Scamazon thinks they are. I don't know if Jeffrey Bezos ever learned that fucking little life lesson. Maybe he's fucking colorblind. I don't know. Whatever the issue is, It's Jeffrey's fucking issue, and he does this to the rest of us who have a brain. Yellow is not fucking orange. Orange is not fucking yellow. So far, he hasn't fucked up green, black, and blue. And I haven't seen a red tote. Get rid of either the yellow or the orange and put fucking red in there. Put some pinks and purples. I don't fucking care. Stop being stupid, Jeffrey. Stop making me deal with your bullshit. That's a good one. Get that fucking tattooed across your fucking forehead. Stop pissing people off. Look at it in the fucking mirror every day. Every day you look at yourself and you're just as disappointed as I am. So, soft ground. I've got a 4-wheel drive. And I've had to use it a couple of times. So, after it rains, all that shit, just like I've said with truck driving, when you pull, let's say this is the paved surface of the road, this is the ditch. When you pull your vehicle, don't ever go completely off the fucking road. Keep one set of tires on a paved surface at all times. Let the other half, if it needs to, go into the fucking dirt, the mud, whatever. Keep one half on the road at all fucking times. That is the best chance that you have of not getting stuck. Now again, for the periodic car that comes by, again, you can't just be sitting like this. Don't park at a fucking sideways angle like a piece of shit that I see all the fucking time. There's pricks over here that park in the fucking crosswalks, for Christ's sake. Pigs don't do nothing about them. God, that pisses me the fuck off. When I pull up and there's nowhere to park in front of my hub, I use my emergency flashers, because that's what they're for! If I'm going to sit in a parking space that is not a parking space, behind the vehicle that is sitting in a parking space, I turn my fucking flashers on. Everybody knows I'm there for a legitimate legal purpose. I pull up, open up my fucking doors, grab the packages, and I fucking leave. These pricks pull up, park, and stay for hours. Don't be one of those pricks. Anyway, jumping ditches. Holy fuck, how many ditches have I had to jump? There's low water crossings. Who the fuck designed these goddamn things? There's one I'm going to show you of a video. The road. The road, if you look at it from fucking satellite view, the road's supposed to be like this. But when they hit this fucking river right here, they decided to make the road turn and then curve like this and then go like this. Who in the fuck made that decision? Why doesn't it go straight? They made it curve, turn, as it goes down. So, when it floods, as it so fucking often likes to do, and you're going to see that video here, there are no guardrails. There's no fucking reflector posts sticking up. I have gone over mountains so fucking high that they were covered in this much fucking snow. So fucking high, it was up to the roof of the semi-truck. Snowplow coming by and throwing that shit and just kept piling the shit up higher and higher. When you go by in the summertime, you just see these tall-ass fucking fiberglass poles with reflective tape around them, and just all the fucking way down. And in the summertime, you're like, why the fuck are those there? Who the fuck decided to waste the money on that? When you make a mountain of fucking snow on the sides of the road from the snowplow because it snows so goddamn much, you need those reflectors to know where the end of the fucking mountain is so you don't drive off it. Do they do that here at the low water crossings? Fuck no! Why? Maybe Jeffrey's in charge of this state. I have no fucking idea. And sometimes you gotta drive across flooded shit in order to do your job. Oh. Because a lot of times Scamazon will send you down the wrong goddamn road because they don't know about low water crossings. They don't care. Take your goddamn pick. But it's a good thing my SUV is about stock ride height. It's maybe a little low to the ground. There's nothing. So if you do not instinctually know and have driven this fucking thing blindfolded, you're going in the goddamn river. So, luckily for me, the water was just shallow enough and just not as murky as normal that I could sort of make out where the concrete was. And I was able to drive across this fucking thing. Now the water level had to rise 4 fucking feet in order to bury my tires in a foot of fucking water. That notwithstanding, I could barely see where it was and I was able to get through there. So, as a rural driver, you're gonna be doing some shit. And Scamazon's app. Holy fuck! How stupid Jeffrey is to program this motherfucker. Not let you tell him, hey dipshit, this ain't working. When I put a fucking notification in there to say, hey, that road's flooded. Hey, that bridge is out. Hey, that fucking road doesn't exist anymore. Hey, there's a parade going on today. Hey, wake the fuck up and listen to me. When I tell you, because I'm smart, when I tell you there's a fucking problem, you can bet your left and right fucking nut that I'm not lying. When I tell you that fucking bridge is out, stop telling me to take the fucking bridge, Jeffrey! This happened a week ago. Last Saturday, not yesterday, last Saturday, I was driving over a bridge. It's the only fucking bridge in and out of this side of the county. You have to make a fucking 10-mile this way, 10-mile back loop around this fucking river that has one bridge going over it. One day a tornado is going to hit this fucking area and I'm going to sue the fucking governor because I told you so. One fucking bridge to allow all those people to try to escape a natural disaster. And guess what? I drove over that bridge on Saturday. Everything was fucking peachy. Come around Sunday, now there's fucking signs everywhere. Road closed, this and that. No continue Esplanada and whatever the fuck else. I have had state governments lie their asses off and cry cry wolf to me a million fucking times. So when you put up a sign that says road work ahead, may need to stop, and I don't see shit happening on that fucking road for the next 65 fucking miles, somebody's a goddamn liar. It ain't this fucking guy. So, I've been lied to 15 years of OTR truck driving a billion fucking times, especially in this area. So when you cry wolf to me, as they are doing on many other fucking roads right now, when you put up another bullshit sign on this road, why the fuck would I be listening? Cry wolf so many fucking times, I'm turning a deaf ear to your bullshit. Come around this blind corner on a 55 mile an hour US highway. Slam on the fucking brakes. And guess what? Bridge out. The same fucking bridge I was just on yesterday. You know what happened? The concrete patch that they just fucking repaired last winter. My money paid for that. Here it is broken again? Am I paying for this fuck up as well? I want my money back. So, they're currently fucking over this bridge and taking their sweet ass fucking time to do it. The concrete, they claim water got under their concrete. They're expensive fucking concrete, because I stopped and talked to the guys that were fucking working on that bridge. I wanted to know what the hell was going on, because nobody is posting anything. Not in the local news, not on Facebook, nowhere. Nobody's saying anything about what's going on with this road. So, I go and talk to the crew myself. I hear it straight from the horse's mouth how fucking expensive that repair was from last winter. Apparently the heat got to the water that was under the fucking concrete, which is supposed to be waterproof. Otherwise, the Hoover Dam is in some serious fucking trouble. They may actually want to fucking look into that. Water is underneath that shit and caused steam to expand and made the concrete do this. But it didn't do it like this so that cars could drive this way. It didn't split like this. No, it split this fucking way as cars are doing this. So there's people Dukes of motherfucking hazarding over this bridge. 5 motorcycles crashed, as I've been told, and 1 car blew a fucking tire. Who's paying for that? Their insurance? The state government? Or my tax dollars? Lots of questions that are going unanswered. Anyway, bridge out. For the dumbest fucking reason. And I sat there debating. I filmed the bridge out. I sat there and debated driving past that bullshit. Logic prevailed because I looked at where the damage was. I looked at the crack that continued up the curb where the guardrail is and down and around the underside and thought, this bridge needs to be fucking bulldozed and rebuilt. That's a serious fucking problem if the crack is going all the fucking way around the bridge. But it looks to me, after what I saw yesterday, they have gone out there, they've milled, where they take a grinder and chew up the concrete that they think is bad. And they sprayed a bunch of tar down. And they're just going to lay down more concrete is my fucking assumption. Because again, they're not telling anybody. But if that's the fucking case, there's still a very serious fucking problem on that bridge. And again, I'm going to be the one suing the goddamn governor when this shit goes awry because I saw that fucking crack going around it. And when they reopen the bridge and deem it safe for travel, which is a very worrisome fucking thing to somebody like me, especially knowing that semis go over that motherfucker. I would not want to drive a golf cart across that son of a bitch, let alone a semi. That notwithstanding, when they do eventually reopen it, and I'm allowed to easily go from this side of my route to that side of my route without expending hundreds of fucking dollars in fuel out of my pocket, I'm not sure I want to take that fucking bridge. Because again, logic, rational, smart, everything across the fucking board, all the boxes checked. I'm still fucked here. Because that bridge is not fucking safe. Everybody else is going to be going across it, and then that shit's going to happen again. More motorcycles are going to wreck, more people are going to fucking die. New constructions. There may be a fucking road that has popped up on the route, or a road that no longer exists. And again, I have told Scamazon about that fucking bridge out 100 fucking times. I sat there and just kept clicking the fucking thing. And it kept telling me, thanks, I screenshotted it, thanks, we'll email you an update. Fuck you, Jeffrey. Don't fucking email me ever. And don't email me a fucking update. Apply the information I gave you. That fucking road is closed. I'm not gonna drive over a broken fucking bridge. I got worries about it when they fix it. Why the fuck would I go over it right now? You're telling me to do it. I'm telling you no. Fuck you, Jeffrey. Stop telling me to take the goddamn bridge that's out. I told you it's fucking closed. There's another bridge over here that's been closed for 15 fucking years. And the fucking app is still telling me to take that bridge. They built a new road to go around that closed bridge. And Jeffrey, fuck you Bezos, is still telling us to take that bridge. How many fucking slaps upside the goddamn head do you fucking need? How many people have reported something closed and you fucking ignored it, Jeffrey? The Scamazon Flex app is fucking toilet paper. Used toilet paper. Enema used toilet paper that you have then shit out into the septic system, let it swirl around and dissolve, and then fished in and pulled it back out and said, I'm gonna use this to wipe my ass. That's the Scamazon Flex app. How many fucking times does somebody have to tell you the fucking road is closed before you apply that information? These same motherfuckers, I have no doubt, are bitching at people that are driving their Scamazon trucks, wearing their Scamazon shirts, getting paid hourly money, getting bitched at for the fucking app being broken and them making the wrong fucking choices. Not their fucking fault. Keep your fuel receipts and an adequate track of your mileage, even if you're shutting the engine off and your fucking mileometer isn't doing anything, for your tax returns, if that proves to be useful in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I've had people tell me, keep track of your mileage because that's more important than your fuel receipts. Because the fucking tax guy isn't going to care so much about that as opposed to this. Whatever, I'm taking care of both just in case one turns out to be bullshit, or maybe they both are, which that's been my experience. So, I'm keeping track of my fuel receipts every time I get fucking gas, because I'm not using my vehicle for anything else. I ain't going to Walmart to get groceries or nothing. I'm not going anywhere. I only use the fucking thing for work. And then I fucking sit here. If I want to go to the fucking store, I'll walk, ride my bike, whatever. The fucking vehicle stays. And especially at $5 a fucking gallon, I can't afford to go get food to keep myself alive. It's not cost effective to live. All repairs, all fuel is paid for by you. If it's your vehicle. If you're the fucking driving their vehicle or whatever, you know, that's... I'm talking about $10.99 if you're doing rural delivery like I'm doing. But again, a lot of this information can also help somebody who's driving their vehicle, working for them, and whatever else. Create and exercise a routine. This is very important. So, I try to park in the same place. Not every time I can pull up and my space is available. Sometimes the fucking street is just packed with cars and I have to park, you know, half a fucking block away from the hub. And I have to carry the packages and the totes all the way back to my vehicle. But in an ideal world, I get to park right up front. The door is open. I've got my magnet sticker sitting on the side of the vehicle, and I've got the totes, the return totes, which is the empty totes that had all the packages in them. I give the driver that shows up with the jacket with the branded truck, I give him the empties so that he can take those back, which, for the fucking record, those goddamn totes stink like a motherfucker. I have found rocks inside of them. I found dead leaves inside of them. I found a fucking garbage bag. A white, hefty garbage bag with the red drawstrings that you pull to fucking close it up. Inside the tote with the packages to be delivered to the customer. So who the fuck is in charge of filling these goddamn things? Every time I unzip one of those motherfuckers and open it up, it smells like somebody farted inside the motherfucker and then zipped it closed. That's not a fucking joke. It smells like somebody farted inside the fucker and zipped it closed. I'm not fucking kidding. Now, I highly recommend you develop a routine. So, I put tote, 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 oversize, and if any oversize here, or if the tote needs to go there, and I put the oversize up front. So one time, it was so fucking packed full, I had to empty a tote and start Tetrising all the fucking packages inside the empty cavities of space I still had inside the fucking vehicle, so I could lay it down flat to put the next tote in. And that was a day. Holy fuck. So yeah, it was completely packed full. So again, not every time you can bring a passenger or your dog or whatever along with you. So, develop a routine. I like that when I pull up to a place, it shows me what I need to get or whatever. It says scan packages, scan package, and then it pulls up the camera. I get out, I figure out which tote it is, I open up that tote, I rummage around for the fucking thing. If I recognize a name, I'll set that off to the side next to the tote or whatever. And then I try to organize them by number, not by stop, where I think. One person, supposedly, they show up, they unzip the box, they'll dump out all the packages inside, they'll look at their itinerary that says package 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 22, 4, all this stuff, it'll be numbered, and then it'll show you where, on a satellite view, where you're going to be going. So they'll look at each one, they'll click on it, they'll zoom in, okay, this is the address, and then they will write stop number 14, and they'll write it in a marker or whatever on the box. So if you ever get a package and there's some weird fucking shit written on there, that may be what's happening. So that person will lay them out so that they know exactly where this is going, when it's going, and whatever, and then put them back in a reverse order. Put 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, like that, instead of 11, 12, 14, 1, 2, 6, 5, you know, however Scamazon's been doing it. It's fucking craziness, the fucking, the cosmic chaos theory that they fucking shove into these things. So, I developed the routine of, and this comes in very fucking handy, develop a routine, show up, open up the lift gate, I unzip the thing, I find the package, I go and I make the delivery, and then when I come back to the vehicle, I figure out what my next stop is, and I try to find that package now. Don't wait till you get there, because this happened one day and it was fucking infuriating. Fuck you, Jeffrey, for fucking doing this to me, you son of a bitch. So, I get to 5 separate stops this day. 5 out of 40. What the fuck's the percentage on that? Fuck you, that's what it is. I get to 5 separate fucking stops. The person was standing there at most of them, waiting for me to hand their package to them. You know what fucking happened? The packages weren't in the tote. Some prick scanned them at the distribution center and then put them in the wrong fucking bag. They went to somebody else's fucking hub, and I'm sitting there, I got 40 fucking packages to deliver. Okay, but I actually got 35, because these fuckers are missing. I'm standing there looking stupid. Oh, I love looking fucking stupid because of somebody else. I'm looking fucking stupid, incompetent, and like an asshole because I don't have a fucking package. I pulled into this motherfucker's driveway. Him, like a fucking horny ass dog waiting to hump my leg. He knows he's gonna get a fucking treat. He knows he's gonna get his package. I got no package to give. I look fucking stupid because of you, Jeffrey. I look fucking stupid standing there rummaging through every fucking millimeter of my vehicle, and I got no package for this guy. I gotta fucking call in, where the fuck is this package? Oh, it's supposed to be with you, blah, blah, blah. Scamazon's no fucking help. Gotta report it as fucking lost. You know what? It showed up the next fucking day because it went to the wrong fucking place. That rarely happens, but the fact that it happened 5 fucking times in a row and made me look like a piece of shit 5 fucking times in a row. Fuck you, Jeffrey. Fuck you, motherfucker. I want to slap your fucking duck, Mr. Clean-looking motherfucking. Making me look like a piece of shit unprofessional. Fuck you. God fucking damn you, fuck you. Develop a routine so that that shit don't happen to you. When you're done making this fucking delivery, you find that next fucking package. And if you can't fucking find it, you can mark it as not here now, so you don't look stupid later. Because they don't understand what has happened. You, being in the know, you understand that sometimes packages get put on the wrong truck and shit. You can't explain that to every fucking person that you come across. You need to make a video like this that people can look at and reference and have that information. So, educating one person at a fucking time, it's just highly inefficient. So you stand there looking fucking stupid. Best way to avoid that, develop a routine. When you're done doing that, make sure you close your fucking doors. One time, I got distracted by that cute little fucking puppy that I was talking about, and I got complacent, I got distracted, and my plan, I was developing the routine at this time, so I hadn't quite got it down. The rear lift door was open, and I had packages sitting there ready to go to the next places. I had them prepared and ready to go. I forgot to close the fucking lid. And I'm doing 50 fucking mile an hour down these fucking roads. Before eventually, because I got the windows down, it's hot as a motherfucker. I can't run the AC. It doesn't have time to charge when I'm constantly shutting the engine off and coasting. I don't have time to run the AC. So I got the windows down trying to get the air to blow through and keep me not as glossy as I am right now and my ass sweating like it is. So I left the fucking door open, the wind's blowing through, and I don't fucking realize it until eventually I start looking in my rearview mirror, and I start realizing that looks a little bit. Normally it's tinted black a little bit because of the tint that's naturally in your rear windshield. Not shit that I've added or anything. It's just this little black haze over everything. And it's like, everything looks really bright and vivid colors right now. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? Then I realized the fucking lift gate was open. I'm like, fuck! Because I just drove 3 miles. It's a big fucking mistake to make. So, close the lid, turn around, race back, because I know I had packages sitting there, and I don't fucking know what was sitting there and what might have fallen off the back of the truck. So I drive all the fucking way back, looking. Thank God I didn't lose a single fucking package. How's that for badass? So, made it all the way back to the fucking puppy that distracted me in the first place, the cute little son of a bitch. Went all the way back, no harm, no foul. But, lesson learned. Develop and adhere to a routine. It'll save your fucking ass. Again, I highly recommend either a truck that has a canopy, because you never know when it's going to rain, which leads into my next part, rain gear. I have waterproof pants, I have waterproof jacket from doing truck driving, so every now and then, it just fucking starts storming on you, hailing, whatever, you're going to want fucking rain gear. Because the last thing you want is to be making these, running up to the places, to hell with the package getting wet, I'm talking about you. Getting in and out of the fucking vehicle, and whether or not you got the base model vehicle and you got the cloth seats, or whether or not you have the luxury edition and you got the leather seats like me. Poor ass son of a bitch. So, ice vest. I have an ice vest that I can wear that I wore yesterday. Didn't wear it today, didn't need it, it was cloudy. So, yesterday it's ice vest, so on the inside it's got little pockets, and you take a bunch of these sons of bitches, take these little freezer packs, get them all fucking nice and solid and frozen, put those inside your pack, and they're pressed up against you all fucking day long. It's wonderful. It makes it so that when you sweat, you don't notice it as much. It's not as bad. So, you're still gonna sweat, but it makes it so much more tolerable. So, again, rain gear, ice vest, thermos. Holy shit. I have a vacuum insulated thermos that I keep some Kool-Aid sugary drink in, and it's a big enough one that I can just sip on it all day long, and because it's vacuum insulated, it stays freezing fuck cold. I leave that in the fridge overnight, take it out, it can sit in the fucking sun all day long, and it's still ice cold beverage. That is wonderful. So, highly recommend you do something like that. You know, maybe keep some hard candies in your car or whatever, depending on how long your route's gonna be. If you're getting stopped by trains very often and you might need to bring a lunch with you, blah blah blah. Business expense. I don't think anything, for me at least, is going to be a business expense, even though everything that I do is. The car insurance, the cracked windshield, blown tires, fuel, oil change, brakes, all that shit. It may also turn out to be that it's a percentage of what you make that you'll get back. I don't fucking know. But when I've tried to file taxes before using business expenses as a business owner, I didn't get a fucking penny back for any of my business expenses. So, from what I found, business expense write-off and all that shit is bullshit. So, keep your receipts, but don't expect shit to come of it. Guns. I have these side magnet stickers that I got off of Scamazon. Duh, bears. So, I got one of these little magnet-sided sons of bitches, and it is contrast. It is brightly contrasted. I have a black SUV. When you see this big yellow box coming at you, nobody gets pissed off. This is a conflict de-escalator. When it says police on the side, I could expect lead to be coming my way. But when you're pulling into somebody's fucking driveway and they don't know who the fuck you are and they're thinking about cocking one and racking a few off in your direction, they see delivery vehicle at a place I've never been to before, somebody that doesn't recognize my vehicle and whatnot. This helps make the introduction. Nobody's pissed off when you show up with their shit. When you show up to haul mom and dad off to the federal penitentiary, there's a couple of conversations to be had then. I have had where I showed up and the motherfucker had a shotgun. So again, that was one of the first things I thought about getting before I even started this fucking job. So a month into doing this job, that's a good fucking idea when I came across that guy. So, people are allowed to have guns. When you're out in the fucking countryside, especially, it's going to be more commonplace. So if it's a shock to your system, if you're afraid, if you're Columbine shooting, traumatized and fucking, and the world just came out of a pandemic, so if nobody's wearing their mask, it immediately, what the fuck, man? Put your mask on. Fuck's wrong with you? We got a cure for it now. Who gives a fuck? We don't need masks anymore. Yeah, but I still got that. Well, that's your fucking problem. You're the one that's still PTSD'd about it, okay? But people have the right to have guns. I've got guns. I've got many guns. Most of them you can see in this video right now in this scene that you're actually looking at, but you probably can't point out where they are. Where is Waldo? Don't know. So, guns are not a shock to my system. But I didn't want to get fucking shot pulling into somebody's driveway, so I got myself a big-ass magnet sticker that says, "Don't shoot me, I come in peace." Spelled like this. I highly recommend you do that, and make sure it's contrasting colors. You can get all kinds of ones. You can get white ones. You don't want to put a light-colored sign on your light-colored vehicle. You want to make sure it's contrasting. I got a black vehicle. I got a bright yellow sign. If you want to do the fucking opposite, get a black sign with yellow lettering. Again, contrasting colors, just like your US DOT information on the side of your fucking semi-truck is supposed to be, but isn't always. There's so many fucking criminals out there doing that. Some places you're going to go to a lot. Some places you're going to go to very rarely. Again, in the rare cases, making the introduction with the delivery sign, that helps. If you show up at a place that you've been to 100 times but never once seen the owner, he may see your vehicle coming up that driveway that first time, and that one time you forgot to follow your routine and put that fucking sticker on the side, maybe the time he's like, "Who the fuck is this? I told you pigs not to come up here!" Or that motherfucker may just be a cannibal, he may be hungry, so maybe keep a gun in the car. A bunch of places you may go to so often that you look at the street name, you're like, "I know exactly where I'm going." Or you see the name, "I know exactly where I'm going," and eventually you won't even need the fucking app to get there. If you're new in town, this is a good job to have just to help you get around, to help you learn the street names, which that has helped me with because I haven't lived here that fucking long. So I've learned where a lot of these streets are. Let's see. Just moved to town, this can really help with that. Not every place, holy fuck. I think everybody needs to do this job at least once in their life. Like, I think it's Korea. Korea has a mandatory everybody must enlist thing. We need an everybody must be a delivery driver thing in America, because this is a vastly It makes you look at your property and realize what you're doing wrong. Unless you're a fucking retard, of course. But I have come to realize my property isn't the greatest for a delivery driver to get into, drop some shit off, and then get back out of. As many of the fucking properties that I go to are. However, my property is very easy to find. I have a mailbox out front. I got big fucking letters that are contrasting on the side of my big fucking mailbox right out front. Cannot miss my place. Finding my place is easy. Finding some of these fucking places is not. Faded numbers, missing numbers, non-existent numbers. Motherfuckers can't be bothered to put their address anywhere on their house, anywhere by the door, anywhere by the gate, by the fence, by the driveway, nowhere. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Assholes. Every person needs to do this job to understand how fucking hard it is to do this job, so that when other people are doing this job for you and not getting any tips, paying all this shit out of their fucking pocket, doing all this extra fucking work for you, you ungrateful fucks, and I'm calling myself out on that a little bit. Every person should do this job so they understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Finding these places, your driveways not being up to snuff, not being maintenance, not being mowed, not being accessible, findable, gated off, all that shit. Every person should do this job at least once in their life so that you can fucking understand. I don't give a fuck if you're trying to hide from the cops. But if you're ordering shit from Scamazon, if you're ordering shit from Walmart.com, from eBay, the harder you make it for people to find your place, the harder you make it for your shit to get to you. And some of these fuckers, as previously established, are lazy and fucking stupid. They're gonna see, I'm at the end of a driveway. They're probably 6 doors down from your fucking house, but they're trying to deliver your shit. Doesn't matter. They have the option to click on their app, fuck this guy, send it back. They have the option to say undeliverable and send it back. So if you want to make your fucking packages never show up, if you want to make your packages undeliverable, if you want to make sure that you never get the shit that you ordered, then wait 30 fucking days for Scamazon to process a refund back to your card. That way you can order the shit again and go through the same fucking loop all over again 40 fucking days from now. That's your life to waste, bruh. If you want to make your fucking shit hard to find, you want to make your address unlocatable, it's all on you. All on fucking you. Don't look at me. I fucking warned you. Nails in the driveway. Yeah, fuck. Dog not being on the leash or in a kennel or something so that people that are afraid of the fucking dogs can deliver them. There's one house that has big dogs, 4 of them, and I love dogs, so I got no problem with the dogs, but in the instructions it says deliver to the front door. But there's a fucking box out front that says all Amazon and FedEx packages go here. Front door, gate. Front door, gate. You're giving me conflicting fucking thing. You're jerking me off, but you're saying you're not into sex. Make up your fucking mind! Let's watch some porn, but yeah, you're not getting none tonight. What the fuck? Stop sending mixed messages. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Okay? If you're gonna reach down the pants, you're gonna get me going, let's do something. If you don't want to do something, don't reach down the pants. Alright? Don't fucking start rubbing my thigh. It's fucking simple. So the box, the house. Box, house. I started putting them in the fucking box because there was nobody to talk to. A couple of weeks go by, I'm finally able to talk to somebody, and they say, okay, so the reason that box is there is for the people that are afraid of dogs. Okay, could have wrote that on the fucking thing to let me know that, but for whatever fucking reason, two people are fucking stupid. and I have to fucking deal with it. And it makes me oh so happy. So I'm finally able to talk to them. They say the box is for people that are afraid of dogs. Oh, I'm like, okay, well, fuck it. I'll just bring them up to the house then. Because I'm not afraid of dogs. I love the fucking dogs. You know what I mean? I know these dogs. I know which ones like to be petted and which ones, you know, just want to be left alone or whatever and all that shit. So I'm not afraid of the dogs. But apparently they've had problems in the past where people are fucking racing up the driveway. They jump out. They throw the package down. They jump back in their car and they fucking peel out or whatever the issue is. That's what I was told. So they put the box out front, blah, blah, blah. But the least you can fucking do is let other people be made aware of why the box is there. Is that where you want your shit? Or do you want me to take it to the fucking house? Should say, if you're afraid of dogs, leave it in the box by the gate. If you're not afraid of dogs, please deliver to the front door. No problem. Not afraid of dogs, I'll bring it to the front fucking door. Okay, cool. Fucking hell. Taking photos of deliveries. So, Scamazon, in order to confirm the delivery and where it's at and everything, so there's a couple of things with this. One, I like to step back away from the house and take a picture. Hopefully they got the fucking number somewhere so that you can show this is the color of the house, this is the color of the door, they've got some garden gnomes sticking up. Identifiable shit, you know what I mean? So that if accidentally you deliver to the wrong house, somebody will be able to say, what the fuck? That's not my house. Where the fuck is that at? Brick house? I don't have a brick house. You know, they'll be, my house isn't green, you know, all that kind of shit. Step back and take a wide enough photo so that if you fucked up, they will be able to identify where the package is. Oh, I've got so many fucking stories. But in the app, when it's taking the photo, if you have any photo conscious people or AI data theft scam worrying people, if you need to convey to them or help calm them down from it, get them away from the edge, it doesn't store those photos on your phone. It's Scamazon only. And it's only, I don't know what Scamazon actually does with it. This is my assumption. Don't fucking take none of this to court. But those photos, to my knowledge, are only used so that the person that ordered the shit will get the notification. They can look at it and see where the package was left. Now, if they get there and the package is gone, either somebody stole it, or it's pretty fucking windy today, and you didn't have a box out there and gave me specific instructions to leave it in a box, your shit probably flew the fuck off. And I've seen that countless fucking times. This one guy, I've had this happen to me where my packages required a passcode in order to be delivered. I had to return this dude's shit multiple times because when I was delivering his shit, he wasn't around. I kept texting him. It says, have you made an effort to contact this person? Yes, I kept texting. I texted him through the app, which I don't know if it actually texted him. I don't know. I don't know if it sends from my phone's app through his phone's messaging system so that he gets a bling for the phone number that he has on his account. I don't know if that's how it works. Don't have a fucking clue, but I have never gotten a response back from any person that I've ever used the texting thing to contact the owner of the fucking package to talk to them. I've never gotten a response back from them ever. Ever. Forever. If you're a fan of Sandlot. Just watched that yesterday. I have never gotten a fucking response back. Ever. So, I don't know what that actually does. But if you got somebody that's freaking out, no, I want you to take photos, blah, blah, blah. It's strictly through the app, so if that's a situation that you find yourself in, you can just let them know, I'm not taking the photo, it's not going in my camera roll, it's not being saved on my phone. It's all Scamazon's data shit. As soon as it wipes off as being delivered, then that fucking photo is off my phone, it's being transmitted through the airwaves, it's gone. I don't know if a programmer could go in there and pull it up, don't have a fucking clue, but if you have to, lie to those motherfuckers and tell them whatever the fuck they need to hear. Sometimes that's just what you gotta do. Insurance. Make sure your car insurance covers broken fucking windshields or other cars' rocks, rock chips and whatever. Claw marks in your paint job, which I still got to fucking call my insurance and ask them about that. Flat tires, roadside assistance, you know. If you can, get full coverage. If you're doing this as a side gig, if you're a retiree, this job is okay. Again, I make probably, as the math works out, $20 an hour. If I only did deliveries in town, I'd probably make 25 to 30. But my expenditures are half what I make. So I make, in all actuality, $20 fucking a day. And yeah, when it's all said and done, I make $300 a week, and I was making that per day. So if you can afford it, get full coverage insurance. And make sure it fucking covers your windshield. And if not, then try calling a different state and getting insurance through them if you're allowed to. So that may be what you need to do. The drive safely warning in the fucking app every fucking day. I think it's mostly for when you're driving their vehicle, not when you're a rural delivery driver. When you're one of their fucking drivers, they constantly are bitching about make sure that you're obeying speed limits and turns and stop signs and blah blah. Fucking wear your seatbelt, blah blah. Every fucking day I have to click on yes, I confirm, blah fucking blah. Who gives a fuck? Leave me the fuck alone. I'm in my own goddamn car. Make the distinction, Jeffrey. And every time you go on duty, which you're not paid by the hour, so for us anyway, it doesn't fucking matter. They want you to write down your mileage in the fucking thing. I always just put 1, doesn't matter. Okay? I keep track of my mileage outside of the app. I don't need the app doing it, and the app's not gonna fucking do it for me anyway. They're doing it because they think I'm driving one of their fucking cars. Due diligence. Navigation algorithm is always fucking wrong. Look at this screenshot of one of my typical routes. All the numbers, they do like an S-curve pattern kind of a thing. And I'm ignoring so many of where it's telling me to go. It'll tell me, go across this bridge, do this, and then double back and go over here and do this. It's like watching Madden trying to fucking say, okay, you go over here, you do like this, and bam, touchdown. It's like, what the fuck? What's all this shit? You know, he's putting fucking Chinese math symbols all over the fucking thing. It's like, what the fuck? I want point A to point fucking B. I want straight line, easiest way to get there, unless I have told you that fucking road is closed. Every time I've told it, it told me to keep fucking taking it instead of giving me an alternate route. Will not allow you to click a fucking button and say, give me an alternate route to get to that motherfucker's house. That'd be fucking wonderful. Whether it be Scamazon or Google, that would be a wonderful fucking button. Neither one has that. So it doesn't know or give a fuck where you started your day or where you live and are going to end your day. It doesn't even navigate you to get you back to the hub where you fucking started. It's going to tell you how to get your deliveries done eventually at whatever fucking cost to you. If I was driving their vehicle, their dime, they were paying for all the time that it took, that'd be fucking wonderful. I'd follow whatever stupid fucking route you told me to take. I'd do that all fucking day long. But it's my dime. It's my problem. So, fuck you, Jeffrey. Doctor's appointments. Because it's freelance, you know, you're not on the road for 300 fucking days a year, stuck in goddamn Florida, away from your home, when you told those motherfuckers you needed to be back home 6 months ago. Because it's not OTR bullshit, there's a good work-life balance. You can have a fucking doctor's appointment in the middle of your route. So, you can deliver your packages whenever the fuck you want. It'll tell these motherfuckers, hey, you're the next stop, and you're off to your fucking doctor's appointment. And then when you're done, hours later, then you can go finish your shit. So, if you got an emergency, and oh no, your kids that got the flu at school, and you got to go pick them up. If the house is on fire, and your fucking neighbor called you, oh shit, I need to run home. Oh shit, I left the oven on, or, you know, you don't have to freak out about none of that shit. You're relatively close to home, and you can handle your business and then turn around and then go back to fucking work. You could probably do the same thing even if you were a Scamazon employee, and they wouldn't fucking know any difference. Maybe, I don't know. However the fuck they do things, you know they don't do anything smart, so you could probably do it and get away with it for a very long fucking time. Vehicle recommendation, already did that. I deliver at the front door on the handle side, again, so that they don't have to... some people are recluses. Just open up the door, snatch the fucking thing, pull it in, and slam the door. So, some people are Bezoses. Let's see. Swipe to arrive, enter the fucking mileage, doesn't apply to me. Password required delivery. Suck! Not only do you not get fucking paid for a package that you have to mark as not deliverable, or has to get sent back, or a package that wasn't in your fucking vehicle, and you drove all the goddamn way to the dude's front door anyway. Your dime. Your fucking dime. Rerouting. There is a way. If you go, stop number 1 is always the hub where you pick the shit up. Stop number 2 is your first actual delivery. Always, every time you see one of those speech bubbles on the map, 2 is always your first delivery. So, it may tell you go 2, 3, 4, and then come back up this road, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's gonna bounce you all over the fucking place. Well, let's say, fuck that. I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna skip these ones on this road. I'm gonna go over here and do this kind of shit. Once I'm here, one way that I found to circumvent that and kind of force override the map, that little button I was talking about to reroute, to reorganize the fucking things based on where I am and tell me how to get through the fucking things in alphabetical, numerical order from where I am to where I need to go, to the one that's closest to furthest away, you know, algorithmically, intelligently, fuel-savingly, time-savingly, all that shit. The only way I found to do that is to scan all of your packages, all of your totes, all of your oversize except for one. Pick whichever one of your oversize that you know where that person lives on the other side of the county, where you're going to be the furthest away from home. Save that one until you get to that guy's house. Now you can go back in your menus on your app and click on pickup. You can scan that one in, and then when you're done, it'll do the blue screen loading bar thing that it always does when it's fucking broken. It'll just sit there and keep flashing on that screen and loading bar, flash on that screen, loading bar, flash on that screen. It's just this buffer wheel, fucking circle. I think I even took a video of it. And it just buffer wheel, buffer wheel, buffer wheel. And so that's when I have to uninstall the app and reinstall it every fucking week. When that happens, not if, when that fucking happens. So the buffer wheel, it'll go back to the buffer wheel, and then when it goes back to your map showing your itinerary, all the numbers should be changed. Not always, but you have the chance. This is the only fucking thing that there is to force override that. Oh my god. Every fucking time I have to uninstall the app and reinstall it, the fucking navigation bitch won't shut the fuck up! In 35 miles, turn left and blah blah. Shut up, bitch! So I finally figured out how to make it shut up. You have to touch the screen on the map for your navigation, not while it's navigating you. When you're looking at your bubble showing all the itinerary of the shit you have to do today. Touch the screen and it should bring up this little bar down here near the bottom. Now at the bottom, there's a bottom bar. It'll come up out of that bar. And then there's resume and there's plus and minus and volume and all that shit. You could tell the bitch to shut up. Just mute her. I fucking hate the voice. So. Oh, there's another fucking thing. When you're scanning packages, if you don't cover that fucking camera completely, when the phone's right here, if you don't cover that motherfucker, while you're doing this, you'll hear bloop. Huh? What? Shut up, fucker. You gotta cover it again while you're digging around. It's not so you gotta be like this to hold the fucking thing open so that you can Jeffrey. Way to run a fucking business into the ground. See what I did there? It's called an adage. Look up that fucking word. You got a book business. Go buy that fucking book, asshole. Some deliveries make you take 2 photos when it's 2 different names at the same address. So Billy Squire and Ashley Squire at 222 Go Fuck Yourself Boulevard. You got to take a photo of the one package, and then you got to take a photo of the other package. Instead of Scamazon having the fucking brain, just go, hey, we got one photo, shows both fucking packages in it, sitting at the exact same spot in front of the same fucking doorway. Why don't we copy and paste and send it to both of their fucking accounts so that they can both get notified, get the exact same photo, instead of me taking 2 separate fucking photos and using more of my fucking battery power, since Jeffrey butt fucking asshole Bezos isn't the one paying for my goddamn phone. I had to get a goddamn cell phone charger holder combo to put in my fucking vehicle because I was using 70% of my battery in my 2 hours of work. 70% of my fucking battery life. So now it does that Q or Qi or whatever the fuck it is thing where it magnetically charges it from the backside. When I put the thing in, it automatically closes to hold the phone. And when I jump out, I hit the button and it releases and I'm able to take the phone out. So it's quick and easy, in and out, in and out. All this shit that I have to do because of Jeffrey. Oh my fucking, that's another thing. Jesus Christ, the fucking app. Even for the branded drivers, even they have to have a fucking PIN security thing on their fucking phone just to be able to have this fucking app function. And sometimes it doesn't even fucking do that. But you have to have a fucking PIN security screen lock on the goddamn thing. I've got the extended lock thing turned on, so once I enter the passcode, it goes 30 fucking minutes before of non-usage, of non-turning the screen on, before it makes me fucking re-enter the passcode. It had it every fucking time I turned the screen off, even accidentally, to try and save the fucking battery. It would make me re-enter the fucking passcode at every fucking stop, every fucking time I needed my fucking phone, Jeffrey. Prick. God damn you. Why the fuck are you an asshole? There's no goddamn reason to need a fucking passcode on my fucking phone. Who the fuck is gonna get a hold of my Scamazon thing and lose their shit? They now have the backdoor magical key to fuckerzilla.com. Who fucking cares? What the fuck could they possibly do with the goddamn app? What could they possibly do? I can't fucking use it, and I'm a fucking delivery driver. How is some fucking hacker gonna jump in there? How is some fucking rando motherfucker that steals my phone gonna fucking get past the non-existent security shit, open up my fucking app, and now what? He's got a backdoor access to your whole fucking system. Is your so fucking company that much of a piece of shit that that's all it takes is the Flex app to be unlocked for the wrong fucking person and your whole fucking empire topples? Let it fucking burn then, bitch! God damn, we've already proven you are a shitty business fucking person and you care fucking less about the people around you. Would you like to have more routes to make more money? Can't fucking do it. Why? Because as I'm told, you cannot work for multiple hubs or routes. Or so I'm told. Would you like to switch hubs so that you could get more routes, more delivery opportunities? Can't do it. Need to make a new Scamazon account. I got 4. 2 are associated with my Flex account. Why? Because I couldn't use the one that I normally fucking use for all my shopping. I tried that. I watched all your fucking all your training videos and took all your tests and all your fucking answering your questionnaire bullshit. 2 different fucking accounts because the person who I guess is my boss, the hub fucking runner person, they fucked something up And then I had to enter a different goddamn account. I don't even remember the fucking email that I've got for it. God for fucking bid, some other bullshit happens with this piece of shit app and locks me out of my fucking account. Or locks me out of the Scamazon site. Or fucking whatever. Or wants to send a one-time authorization passcode bullshit 65 fucking times as it has done for my normal shopping Scamazon account. Guess I won't be fucking working for you then. Hell, it might be a blessing in disguise. I can go back to truck driving and make some fucking actual money. Something that needs to be taken away from Jeffrey, asshole. So he can learn what it's like to be a person. Jesus fucking hell. Glitches. Like scanning all your totes and your oversize, as I'm about to show you on the screen. And the app tells you you have nothing to deliver. One of fucking many. Like having the app say you have one delivery at this place that you're at, but you're holding 2 packages for the person. The fuck? Countless fucking issues. Every time they make you update the fucking app, you get no fucking update. You would think, take 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. No, you're lucky if you get half a fucking step forward. You take 17 back. Takes a year to get back to where you were when you fucking started. Just like everything else Scamazon. Absolute ass fuckery. So, the app is the shittiest part of this fucking job. Hands motherfucking down. I would not be surprised if Jeffrey wipes his ass with the same notepad that he fucking sends these fucking, this is what I'd like the app to do, and then fucking shoots it on down the line and lets us fucking deal with the shit smear when they program it into the fucking app. Packages that are falling apart, ripped apart. Oh my god. God for fucking bid, so many packages that are heavy and they don't have the fucking heavy sticker on them. God for fucking bid, I give one of these fucking things to the person that's supposed to pick it up and they show up and they try to pick it up, they blow their fucking back out because it doesn't fucking say heavy on it. I can take it, I'm 40 fucking years old, but what if some fucking 80-year-old tries to do it? Jeffrey, you think you give a fuck? Packages with a fucking label that's printed on it, no fucking name at all. So while I'm digging around in the fucking totes trying to find this prick, can't find it. Why? Because his fucking name is not on the printed fucking label that they have stuck to the box. Sometimes these pricks take a fucking box, they take the label, and they fold it over the fucking edge. So all you see is the barcode, or part of it down here, and you're like, where the fuck's the rest of it? It's folded around the goddamn thing. Oh my god, here's another fucking issue. Guess what? I keep some of these fucking things for when I have to return shit. This is the bubble wrap mailer thing. This is something that they allegedly call the envelope. And here's just a fucking box, as they refer to it sometimes. So, sometimes you'll scan these packages, you arrive at the destination, you open up the tote full of fucking countless different shapes and colors and sizes and fucking whatever, and you're trying to figure out what's what. Sometimes they mark it as a custom box. So in this case, it's a Vivor fucking thing. That's going to be a custom box. If it's a Scamazon branded box that actually has their fucking thing on it, it's going to be, it's just going to say box or envelope or fucking whatever. So many fucking times I have been looking for a box because they said I was looking for a box. I need to find a fucking box inside the fucking tote with the other box is. It was a fucking envelope mailer thing. So many times they say I'm looking for an envelope mailer. It was this fucking thing. So many fucking times they say I'm looking for a mailer. It was a box. You're looking for a custom box. It was a bag. Plastic fucking bag. One of these last ones I did yesterday, it was a pillow inside a plastic bag. It said box. Not even custom box, it said fucking box. So I search every fucking box. Nothing. I start searching the mailers. Nothing. Eventually I get to the last fucking thing in there, which is a plastic fucking bag that has a goddamn pillow inside that you can clearly see through the translucent cover. They're supposed to help you, not fuck you. But bend over and get ready to take it, bitches, if you plan on working for these motherfuckers, because the Scamazon Fuck app is going to do exactly that. If you're going to be driving your normal fucking vehicle, you may be driving across floods. You might be dealing with all this other bullshit that's going on. Oh, fuck. I can only imagine when they first rolled this out, this idea, how fucking shit the whole program was. Very fucking slowly. I'm talking a snail's motherfucking pace to get up to where we are right now. How many iterations? How many fucking headaches? I have called driver support numerous times to try to say, hey, I've got a fucking idea. How can we fix this? What can we do? And they hit me back with, you need to call your supervisor. You need to talk to your hub manager. You need to talk to your route supervisor and other shit. And I'm like, okay, tell me who that is. Because I am a rural delivery driver. I don't fall into that fucking category. All the shit that they have to help the branded motherfuckers do their job does not translate to the rural. So if you're thinking it's gonna fucking be easy, it's not. It is one of the easier fucking delivery jobs I've done. I'm leaning more heavily on the level of experience that I have in my repertoire that helps me with that than anything that Scamazon has fucking done for goddamn sure. So, it is not an easy job for somebody who's first starting out doing it. But if you get some pointers and stuff from somebody who did the route before you, that can help. Knowing what to do at certain houses when you get there, what they have talked to that person as saying, there's no way for me to even leave a note for the next person. Hey, spoke to the owner of the house, they said, do this, do that. Instead of them putting the fucking notes in the app. How fucking much help would that do? Ugh. Anyway. I've had worse jobs, but I've had way fucking better. But once again, just like the Scamazon shopping app, the Scamazon fuck you delivery app works much in the same way. Jeffrey don't fucking care. So, hopefully you can turn anybody onto this video if you are currently doing this job, if you're doing rural, if you're thinking about doing either one. Hopefully all this shit helps you to get a much clearer picture about what you're getting into. There you go. Have fucking fun. So one of the issues I just had was I was trying to scan a package, trying to scan a barcode, kept telling me, nope, wrong barcode, wrong barcode, wrong barcode. I'm at the right address. It's got the right name on the fucking package because I delivered 3 packages there. 2 other ones said the exact same shit on them. And I had to call driver support and get them to mark the whole thing down as delivered. I didn't realize the reason it was doing that is because one of the packages I was trying to scan had been deemed lost in transit. So I was trying to deliver a package that they miraculously found and put on my truck for me to deliver today, all the while not knowing that I still had another package for that person in the truck. So if that happens to you, make sure you go through and look for another package for that person because odds are the package that it's saying you're not scanning it, the one you're looking for is elsewhere. I'm so glad this app works all the time, every time. Thank you very much, Jeffrey Bezos. Let me try again. Oh, it's just a glitch. It'll fix itself here in a second. Goddamn fucking fucking bullshit, motherfucker! Goddamn motherfucker! Now, normally you just uninstall the app and then reinstall it, and that sometimes fixes the issue. But when your phone's broken, what do you do then? You got an answer to that one, Jeffrey? Much like a pair of balls, I think the answer to that is a resounding no. I've been given such crazy fucking directions before on... Like there's this one, it's an elderly couple, and they put down, they've got a box sitting out front, and then they put instructions on Scamazon that says, there's a dog running loose in the neighborhood. So we want you to not put the box, put our shit in the box where it's safe. Instead, we want you to put our stuff on a chair next to the front door where the dogs can easily get to it. So that shit makes no fucking sense. So you have to get lucky, and it took 3 weeks for this to happen. You have to get lucky in order to speak to the person to get clarification on what the fuck they meant. If they would just put that clarification in that fucking thing to say, oh, for bigger stuff, that's what we mean. Put it over here. For the smaller stuff, we want you to keep putting that in the box. If you would fucking say that, it would make more sense to me, the guy that's delivering your shit.